Welcome back, I'm the Watch Nerd. On this video, we're going to be talking about Rolex and more specifically why it is the Goldilocks of all the, well, I guess we could say the Swiss world, actually. It's the Goldilocks zone between super luxury like Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, things like that, Vacheron, and then it's also not Tudor, it's not Omega. It's definitely a step higher than them in my opinion, and you can make your arguments down in the comments below. I love Omega, I also love Tudor, but it is not that. This is a separate, I should say, entity. It's a separate brand, really, what it represents. And why is it so much a Goldilocks zone? We're going to discuss really two major plot, I guess, things we can talk about, right? It is Goldilocks because, yes, it's manufactured in a big way, right? A lot of it's made by machines. I'm not going to tell you that this watch is made by hand. It's just not true, right? But that also means costs are low. When I mean costs are low, I mean, if you look at the Swiss industry, right? Patek Philippe's are in there, what are they? $100,000 for a chronograph. When you can buy one at Rolex, if you can find it at retail, for $14,000. The Nautilus is a great example, right? Because you compare that with something else. Now, of course, the finishing is more. There's a lot more hand craftsmanship, but at the same time, it is not. It's obtainable. It's not affordable Rolex, but it's obtainable, and that's really where it's at. They marketed themselves perfectly. There is nothing where you can say that, it's not a luxury brand, because it's very much a luxury brand. You will never get a discount. Rolex doesn't do limited editions, unlike Patek Philippe, unlike Audemars Piguet. They've never done an official limited edition, and I'm very happy with that. I don't even think they've released any exclusive brands, like exclusive AD deals, maybe a long time ago. And it's a great brand. It's honestly my favorite brand of watchmaking. I've said it many times. It's not my favorite watch. They don't produce, AP does with their, their Royal Oak, not the Diver. But speaking about that, let's compare this to, let's say, this is an Oyster Perpetual 41. It's my personal watch. But let's compare this servicing and maintaining to, let's say, a Nautilus, right? The Nautilus will cost you around $30,000 retail, right? 36, maybe 39. I'm not sure what the green one goes for at retail, but good luck getting it. But it's also hard to get this, right? And this will cost you $5,900. But to maintain it, right? To maintain it, a service, I think on a Nautilus through Patek Philippe, don't quote me, but I think they can go up to $2,000-3,000 each time, because of course, there's a lot that goes into that. With the Rolex, you're expecting on a time-only watch like this, $800, $750. This is at official dealers here. Now, if you go independent, this will be cheaper. This might be around the $500 range if I go to an independent jeweler, but there's a lot of cons with that too. Yes, you're getting a cheaper price, but you're also getting a gamble. So I'm just talking the retail side. And especially with those Royal Oaks and Nautilus, do you really want to trust some watchmaker out there to, fix the watch? You want to send it into the actual place a lot of the times. Now, on vintage pieces, that's a different story. So you really, if you buy a Rolex, you're not going to have trouble servicing it. They say 10-year intervals. I even say further, right? I got this a few months ago, so I'm really not worried about it. There are some hairline scratches, but you get that with every watch, and that's a different video. So that's it. This is why I think Rolex is the Goldilocks zone of all watches. Now, there are other ways to explaining it, but just the maintaining, the price point, and the obtainability all equals out. So this last section, I did bring you inside just to show you that what the wrist shot looks like of this particular Rolex. But this goes into all the collections of Rolex and the different shades. It's pretty cool. But this is where I'm going to leave it here. I would love to know what your opinions down in the comments below, though. Do you think Rolex is this Goldilocks zone? And I really, truly think that's why they go over retail. right? Because I think they're very aggressively priced in their retail prices on especially the stainless steel pieces. So I would love to know all your opinions down in the comments below. Of course, we are still doing our Chanel chain giveaway as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to be joined, there's the 4 steps in the description below. I want to thank you all, and I'll catch you in the next one.